dopest community was popping. Y'all see what time it is, man. We got another Sway freestyle, this time with Raina Simone. I've been seeing her online on like my Instagram and everything. She's been going viral with like her freestyles and her music. I see she dropped an album back in 2024 called Old Soul, New Conscience. I'm gonna give that a listen after this. Big salute to the homie Jaqueline. She's who brought Raina Simone to the channel. So I appreciate you as always. Let's go ahead and get right into this Sway freestyle. So overtime freestyle. It's been getting a lot of reviews. Let's check it out, man. Love you guys and thanks for all the love and support for the channel. Let's get it.
Look, yo, let's keep it real. They tryna figure how I get money before a deal. I'm Pennywise, man, y'all the clown shit. You the will, the Uncle Phil, this drip different. Tryna down every play I made like a scrimmage. I ain't done until I'm finished. My niggas really in it. They got broke before he grabbed that shit from out his pants. Damn, tears got my eye full like the tower in France. And the government gave Ukraine like several bill in advance. Like the hood ain't out here tryna make it to a picket fence. Invested in that paper, now money growing on trees. Used to look down on me back when all my verses were free. Now you gotta look up here like you Googling weave. And y'all still be off track like you got let up off the beat. Look, I try to commit, but I'm just too good at the pimping. Got these niggas on live just like I'm crime Bill Clinton. Used to be penny pinching, now I'm whipping. More commas in a run on sentence. Do you get it? But shit get wicked. Dad's get on my knees, it'll protect me from the evil. Hard to believe in religion that was forced upon my people. So young, black, and reckless, looking for something to believe in. Got on true religions. Mary made my lung black like my Jesus. And Christians on my feet, got it looking like my soul bleeding. Drown me in my sins until I meet a white Jesus. Baptize me, wash away the culture that I'm breathing. Put white Jesus in a crap pipe just to have us all fiending. And that's why we bear arms like tank top cuts. Cause archaeologists find our bodies for our nose turn up. Erasure of Negroid features, we don't know no love. They mistranslate my hieroglyphics, tell me I show no love. Fuck that, all black, leather look straight out of Rhythm Nation. Tim's black suede reflect grace to my black clash like Dominicans and Haitians. To my people dead and gone, put in the grass is not wasted. That's the post-traumatic slave syndrome libation and shit. No Viet Cong ever called me nigga. No Middle Eastern ever saw my skin calls for they trigger. Black soldiers be fighting for countries that don't love them. We got no place in Ukraine, I just hope we ain't Russian. Black bloodshed for these white supremacist countries. If you poor, you see any opportunity as being lucky. Recruiting kids in the hood and selling them stability in the face of white fragility. My nigga, is you feeling me? It's a war outside already. They don't see it, food deserts on every corner. Shit, the hood is barely eating. Almost died over his Jesus piece, that's when he start believing. We protecting democracies that got us living like some heathens. They done taught us Christ was white, so we were looking, wouldn't see us. Glock it up out these songs and onomatopoeias. Cause we don't have the vocabulary to describe it how we see it. Cause property taxes dictate how we speak in Queens, English and shit. When we escape war, we call migrants. When they escape war, they get several billion from Biden. When Africa war, everybody turns a blind eye. When Europe war, it get all of the spotlight. They was keeping black people at the borders of Ukraine. Trying to escape a war that wasn't ours to be stand. Look, free all my Africans, that's worldwide. Even the Dominicanos gelling down their naps when they be trying to hide. Trujillo was the devil, Trump wasn't any better. They demonized Castro, but he was cool with Mandela. I was talking to this nigga, say he like me cause I'm yellow. Had to tell that coon to get it together, gotta do better. Two sides of the cheddar, eating it or getting it, but getting it better. Can't fuck with a rat, that's a setup. Only wanna check up cause the checkup used to be riding together, but fuck it now I drive myself like Tesla. I put on the mirror shit just so my ignorant niggas listen. Otherwise I'm just another rapper preaching they dismissing. Caught up in the image of what having is and having isn't. Most of it all based on critics, think they have a better vision. Used to skip class and get no fucks about your Mark Twain. Cisgender white man that don't respect my mind frame. Ain't no Shakespeare on my nightstand, just Franz Fanon. We think it's not just gangsters, that's just what they focus cameras on. Audrey Lorde and Ida B. Wells. I want my Santa Claus black and baby kids as the elves. Thinking as I'm ducking from 12. Rocking some shit I can't afford, but you won't find on the shelf. Don't know who I'm trying to impress, I've been at war with myself. Just being honest these days, and it be hard to admit. But I can't ask y'all to feel me and then I speak on real shit. Since back when mama used to say had a grown folks biz. When I was already plotting to win. Remember sitting on the back of my cousin's bike in my grandmama hood. Watching my uncle watch us from the porch as he smoke a wood. When the street lights come in, he say it's for our own good. About 10 years later, we all misunderstood shit. Now when we go out, we bring the sticks just like the Rangers. Grandma say be careful, she don't know we bring the danger. Trips down south came back with bangers that we got from white strangers, but the black faces gon' make the news famous. Hangers for entertainment, no payment. Public defender stumbling at arraignment. Capitalism came in, chains and aiming higher than I'm claiming. Can't let on to my next move, I gotta keep it going. The beat done stopped, but I had to keep it flowing. Mama Ben told me since a jit that I was chosen. Ancestors speaking through me and I'm just quoting. One with the ocean.
Yeah.
Words too potent.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Appreciate you guys.
Beat is fire, man. Of course, rest in peace, Pac, DMX, and Big, man, on the walls. I love those paintings right there. So you already know we're gonna do a breakdown for this, and we're gonna do the best way we can. And man, I'm sorry, like the people that don't really listen to like rappity rap like this, man, that be the problem, man. You know, don't get me wrong, like simplifying your bars is cool and everything, but we needed this. But one of the bars that really stood out to me is like when she's rapping, I'm just like, why she got an Amiri hoodie on though? You know what I'm saying? And then she said it, she was like, I got on this Amiri hoodie so my ignorant niggas would listen. And it's like, yo, that right there is crazy. Cause you know, like we praise her. I don't own no Amiri. That shit way too expensive for me, man. Y'all got that bread. I ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like I was confused, but then she made it cool. You know, she made it cool. She was clear about why she was wearing it and everything. I had a brain fart right there. My bad, y'all. But yeah, man, people glorify Mary. Black people love wearing a Mary and all that stuff with it plastered across. Because I remember when I first saw it, it was in battle rap, and I was like, "What is this a Mary thing?" Man, I went online. I saw the price for those hoodies, man. Them hoodies, them jeans, and I'm like, "Ain't no way in hell. There's no way, man. I couldn't be. I could be investing that. That man. That could be go towards the mortgage, some bills, all for a hoodie. Ain't no way in hell. There's no way." There's no way, but she's getting her message across with it because you'll be surprised how many people gravitate towards you because of what you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? Because of course, like you know, people wear like people are creative, like their state of mind, like they rock fashion. You know, I look like fashion is like a way of expression and everything. So if you express yourself wearing a mirror, that's what it is, man. Shouts to everybody wearing a mirror though, man. But like I said, I will use my money for something else. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get back into it. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. And did y'all listen to her album, Old Soul, New Conscious? I gotta listen to it now. Beat is so hard too. She speaks on a lot of different stuff. Was that Arshawn on the beat? Salute to them, man. Who's that? Arshawn on the beat. Salute to them for the Oh, never mind. That's Raina Simone's joints. All right, my bad. That's hers.
Yo, let's keep it real. They trying to figure how I get money before a deal. I'm Pennywise, man. Y'all the clowns. Shit, you the will to
They trying to figure out how I get money for the deal, man. Y'all clowns, y'all Pennywise. Like, so obviously we're talking about, you know, Pennywise. We're talking about it and all that other stuff.
Yo, let's keep it real. They trying to figure how I get money before a deal. I'm Pennywise, man. Y'all the clowns. Shit, you the will to Uncle Phil. This drip different.
See, y'all the clowns. Y'all the will to Uncle Phil. So obviously we're talking about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the will to Uncle Phil. You know, Will, rest in peace, Uncle Phil as well. First of all, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real. You the only father that I ever knew. I get pregnant, I'ma be a better you.
Figure how I get money before a deal. I'm Pennywise, man. Y'all the clowns. Shit, you the will to Uncle Phil. This drip different. Tryna down every play I made like a scrimmage. I ain't done until I'm finished.
Trying down every play that I made like a scrimmage, man. Talk your talk, Raina.
This drip different. Tryna down every play I made like a scrimmage. I ain't done until I'm finished. My niggas really in it. They got broke before he grabbed that shit from out his pants. Damn. Tears got my eye full like the tower in France. And the government gave Ukraine like.
Tears got my eye full like the towers in France. The Eiffel Tower?
His pants, damn. Tears got my eye full like the tower in France. And the government gave Ukraine like several billion in advance. Like the hoodie out here trying to make it to a picket fence. Invested in that paper, now money growing on trees. Used to look down on me back when all my verses were free.
Invested in that paper, now money growing on trees. That right there, I wonder if she's saying that for like quantitative easing because they keep printing money and everything. So it's almost like money does grow on trees. Because remember they used to tell us when we were younger, money don't grow on trees. But now we already know with the Federal Reserve Bank, like they're, you know what I'm saying? They're creating money with quantitative easing, which is causing inflation. So money is indeed growing on trees because they can pull it out of their ass because it's fiat currency and it's backed by a promise from the US. You know, it's the global currency and all that other stuff. That's what the US dollar is. So what her saying like money does grow on trees, it's like that's crazy right there.
Like several billion in advance. Like the hoodie out here trying to make it to a picket fence. Invested in that paper, now money growing on trees. Used to look down on me back when all my verses were free. Now you gotta look.
Used to look down on me when all my verses were free. Right there is dope.
When all my verses were free. Now you gotta look up here like you Google and weave. And y'all still be off track like you got let up off the beat. Look,
y'all still be off track like you got let up off the beat. Fire.
To commit, but I'm just too good at the pimping. Got these niggas on lodges like I'm crime Bill Clinton. Used to be Penny.
Got these niggas on lodges like I'm crime Bill Clinton. Ah, man.
I'm just too good at the pimping. Got these niggas on lodges like I'm crime Bill Clinton. Used to be penny pinching, now I'm whipping. More commas in a run-on sentence, do you get it? But shit get wicked.
More commas in a run-on sentence, she wicked, do you get it?
whipping. More commas and no run on sentence. Do you get it? But shit get wicked. That's to get on my knees. It'll protect me from the evil. Hard to believe in religion that was forced upon my people.
That's to get on my knees to protect me from the evil. So pretty much, I think she's saying pray.
That's to get on my knees. It'll protect me from the evil. Hard to believe in religion that was forced upon my people. So
Hard to believe in religion that was forced upon my people.
I'm black and red.
So we already know what we're talking about. We're talking about like back in the day when it comes to slavery. We're gonna walk today, y'all. We're gonna walk today. So what she's talking about is like, you know how it was with slavery and everything. You know, slavery. She's gonna get into white Jesus and everything up here, but that's what slavery was. Like in slavery, they would put white Jesus in the slave's face, and we already know like the oppressor was white, so it's like they're like, okay, Jesus is white and I'm white. And then, you know, the slaves were so illiterate, you know, in the Bible, they actually ripped pages out of the Bible as well back then. So with them describing Jesus as being black, like that was probably ripped out of the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And then like I said, a lot of the slaves couldn't read. If they were taught reading, they could be like, you know, disciplined or even killed. So it's wild, man. It's so crazy. But this is a conversation a lot of people don't want to have. And I don't have these conversations with people to make them feel guilty or anything, because I know at the end of the day, it's not their fault. They're not the ones that were there. But, you know, slavery is part of American history. It's not just black history, it's American history. That's what it is. And a lot of people don't want to have this conversation because it makes them uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, this is things that I feel like all kids need to know about. You know what I'm saying? You got to know like where you're at, the history, because when you see that, you start to understand other things. And I feel like we're doing, you know, a disservice by not teaching the children about this. Don't get me wrong, you ain't gotta go into crazy deep detail, you know what I'm saying, just based off their age and what you feel like they can handle, you know, things of that nature, man. And then of course teach them not to hate no matter what.
Me from the evil. Hard to believe in religion that was forced upon my people. So young, black and reckless.
Forced upon my people. I'm sorry, I said forced upon my people. Forced upon my people.
So young, black and reckless, looking for something to believe in. Got on true religions. Mary made my lung black like my Jesus. And
True religions, Mary got my lungs black like my oh my
then
goodness.
got on true religions. Mary made my lung black like my Jesus.
Made black like my Jesus, man. Got on my true religions, and then obviously talking about Mary. Then after that, she talks about the red bottoms and all that stuff, the Christian Louis Vuitton. So a Christian Louis Vuitton, red bottoms of blood from my soul. When she gets into that bar, it's cold.
Black and reckless, looking for something to believe in. Got on true religions. Mary made my lung black like my Jesus. And Christians on my feet, got it looking like my soul bleeding.
Oh, she said Mary made my lungs black like Jesus. So she's talking about the Mary Jane, the weed. Oh, I got you. I'm with you, Raina. I got you.
It's looking for something to believe in. Got on true religions. Mary made my lung black like my Jesus. And Christians on my feet, got it looking like my soul bleeding.
Christians on my feet got me looking like my soul bleeding. Oh my goodness, man. Talk. You gotta throw them fashion bars in there, man, so people can understand. Not everybody, but there's certain people that gravitate towards the fashion bars. Do whatever you can to grab everybody's attention, man. Make it multi-dimensional.
Jesus. And Christians on my feet, got it looking like my soul bleeding. Drown me in my sins until I meet a white Jesus. Baptized.
Drown me in my sins until I meet a white Jesus. So, you know what I'm saying? Drown me in my sins till I meet a white Jesus. You'll never meet a white Jesus. So drown me in my sins forever.
Sins until I meet a white Jesus. Baptize me, wash away the culture that I'm breathing. Put white Jesus in a crap pipe just to have us all fiending. And that's why.
Oh my goodness, put white Jesus in a crack pipe.
The culture that I'm breathing, put white Jesus in a crap pipe just to have us all fiending, and that's why we bear arms like tank top cuts. Cause archaeologists find out
We bear arms like tank top cuts. I like when the drums come in and everything. Like she starts smoking it, man. She's smoking it.
why we bear arms like tank top cuts. Cause archaeologists find our bodies for our nose turn up. A ratio of Negroid features, we don't know no love. They mistranslate my hieroglyphics, tell me I show no love. Fuck that.
Oh my goodness, they mistranslate my hieroglyphics, say I show no love. Come on, man. Talk that talk, Raina. Talk that talk.
No love. They mistranslate my hieroglyphics, tell me I show no love. Fuck that. All black, leather look straight out of Rhythm Nation. Tim's black suede reflect gray, so my black clash like Dominicans and Haitians.
I like that right there, man. My blacks clash like Dominicans and Haitians. Yo, man, like the zone she gets in right now, man. I know this joint made a lot of people upset, man. She was smoking it, man. She was doing the thing. I love this shit.
Straight out of Rhythm Nation, Tim's black suede reflect gray, so my black clash like Dominicans and
crazy.
Haitians. To my people dead and gone, put in the grass is not wasted. That's the post-traumatic slave syndrome libation and shit. No.
And she talking about that post-traumatic slave syndrome, which is also a real thing. Y'all could look up on that too if you never heard of it.
That's the post-traumatic slave syndrome libation and shit. No Viet Cong ever called me nigga. No Middle Eastern ever saw
The Viet Cong ever called me nigga. So now we're talking about, you know, the black people fighting in the war. And it's like, in Vietnam and everything, they said it. They told the black soldiers, they're like, yo, black soldiers, this is not your fight. Go home. We don't want to kill y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what she's speaking on and everything. And then of course, like the draft and black people being forced to fight in the war, and then they come back and they don't get the GI bills, like redlining areas and all that stuff. It's messed up, man. It's real messed up.
No Viet Cong ever called me nigga. No Middle Eastern ever saw my skin calls for they trigger.
Hmm.
Black soldiers be fighting for countries that don't love them. We got no place in Ukraine, I just hope we ain't Russian. Black blood.
We got no place in Ukraine. I just hope we ain't Russian. That bar right there is crazy, man. Russia and the Ukraine and everything. I just hope we ain't Russian. That right there is wild.
Just be fighting for countries that don't love them. We got no place in Ukraine, I just hope we ain't Russian. Black bloodshed for these white supremacist countries. If you poor, you see any opportunity as being lucky.
Mm.
Recruiting kids in the
If
hood.
you're poor, you see any opportunity as being lucky.
Black bloodshed for these white supremacist countries. If you poor, you see any opportunity as being lucky.
Like that right there is crazy, man. Because if you think about it, like you be like, yo, man, where I'm at is worse. And then you go somewhere else and it's like you deserve better than that too. You know what I'm saying? So let's say you're starving and you flee to another country and then the country's treating you like shit. You're looking at it like, yo, man, at least I'm over here. At least I'm not dead. But then it's like, you just gotta always remember you deserve more. You know what I'm saying? Don't never settle. Don't never settle for anything. Keep being the best person you can. Keep striving to stay alive. Keep pushing, man. You know what I'm saying? You deserve it all. Everything you feel like you deserve, go get it. You know what I'm saying? Stay positive. Focus on your mental. Invest in your mental. Change your trajectory in life.
Any opportunity is being lucky. Recruiting kids in the hood and selling them stability in the face of white fragility. My nigga, is you feeling me? It's a war outside already. They don't see it. Food deserts on every corner. Shit, the hood is barely eating. Almost died over his Jesus piece. That's when he start believing. We protecting democracy.
He almost died over his Jesus piece. That's when he start believing. That right there is wild, man. And that right there is crazy because you know how it is, like, how like, in our communities, like we glorify like chains and all that other stuff. And it's so ironic when you think about it, how we glorify chains and we was in chains. It's crazy. And you got people that would die over their chain and everything. So, she's saying didn't start believing until he almost died over his Jesus piece. So that right there is like an entendre in itself. You know what I'm saying? I almost died over this Jesus piece. And it's like, yo, I'm gonna start my life was saved. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't die. So it's like, yo, let me start believing now. It's wild, man. I love the way she puts these words together.
On this shit, the hood is barely eating. Almost died over his Jesus piece. That's when he start believing. We protecting democracies that got us living like some heathens. They done taught us
We protecting democracies that got us living like some heathens. Talk.
democracies that got us living like some heathens. They done taught us Christ was white, so we would look and wouldn't see us.
They taught us Christ was white, so we would look and never see us. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at white Jesus, you're like, dang, man, like that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And then of course you got some people are even taught that from the Bible, like we're the cursed people. That's why our skin is dark. You know what I'm saying? We've been cursed. That's why our skin is dark. So we're actually evil people. It's wild, man. Like I say all the time. I was talking to my kids about it this morning. Racism, like we already know racism is not like it's taught. You don't come into this world hating another color. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I was explaining to my kids. I'm like, yo, that stuff is taught because they're asking like, well, daddy, why is it like that? I'm like, because those generations taught people. They're like, well, they wasn't around back then. I was like, yeah, but it's fed down. It goes all the way back to their great, 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 great grandfather, grandmother, and then that spirals down, spirals down, spirals down. And it's so crazy. It's like it's really like it's mind-boggling because I've seen it so many times. Like there's a lot of people that have a certain outlook on black people as being violent and all that stuff. Like there's violence across all races, but black people are just seen by certain people as just being like violent and all that stuff. And a lot of these people that feel that way have never been around black people before. You know what I'm saying? Or like they don't come in contact with them every day. Cause easy to be somewhere in like a small town is nothing but like white people and you're like, yeah, man, black people are evil. Then you look online, you see black people, we doing all this reckless stuff and you're like, yeah, we got to stay away from them, they're evil. But it's like that's what's being highlighted on social media as propaganda. But then you'll come across a black person, you got your guard up and they're like, hey, how you doing? And you don't want to speak to them because you think they're evil. And it's like the black person's like, yo, what I do to you? You know what I'm saying? So it's just stuff like that, man. It's wild. It's really mind-boggling. But yeah, it definitely fits the propaganda. Then when we talk about hip-hop, that's a whole nother layer, a whole nother can of worms. So that's why I love stuff like this. If you guys familiar with the channel, y'all been following me as long as y'all been following me, y'all already know what time it is.
Taught us Christ was white, so we would look and wouldn't see us. Glad I bow these songs and onomatopoeias, cause we don't have the vocabulary to describe it how we see it.
And that right there is crazy. You're talking about onomatopoeias, and I don't know what the other word she said. She's like, but we don't got the vocabulary to describe how we see it. And that's the reason why hip hop is so important, man. Hip hop is the voice of the oppressed, the voice of the hood, like you know what I'm saying, the voice of your community. Things of that nature, like it's you expressing what's around you. You know what I'm saying? Like Biggie said, like when they were talking about we were talking about crack and all that other stuff. He's like, well, that's where I come from. What you want me to like rap about? He's like, what what, white fences and daffodils? He's like, it's not like that out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a report. You know what I'm saying? You're reporting on what's going in the hood. The injustices you see, the oppression and all that. Salute to Pac. Pac spoke on that a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Like he was always talking about what was around him. They got money for the wars, but they can't feed the poor. Now everybody's reciting that bar. He said that back in the day before he passed away. Pac passed in '96 and his music is still buzzing like he here now. Like, come on, man. He saw the vision. He saw what was going on before he got here. And he said it. He was like, he's like, I don't have to be around to change the world. He's like, I know my music will spark the mind of the person that's going to change the world. Salute to Pop.
These songs and onomatopoeias, cause we don't have the vocabulary to describe it how we see it. Cause property taxes dictate how we speak in Queens, English and shit. When we escape war, we call migrants. When they escape war, they get several billion from Biden.
Oh my goodness, man. When we escape war, they're called migrants. And then she had the Biden bar.
We escape war, we call migrants. When they escape war, they get several billion from Biden.
They get several billion for Biden when they escape war. When we escape war, we're called migrants. That right there is crazy, man.
When we escape war, we call migrants. When they escape war, they get several billion from Biden. When Africa war, everybody turns a blind eye.
Yep.
When Europe war, it get all of the spotlight.
When Europe wars, they get all the spotlight. When African war, that's crazy right there. They turn a blind eye. Crazy, man. Y'all see what's going on with Palestine, with the Palestinians and like the Israelis and all that stuff. All that stuff going on too. It's just so much stuff going on right now. It's hard to it is like you worried about, making money, putting food on the table. You worried about all this stuff. You got all this other stuff going on, man. It's crazy. It's so many things. And then when we talk about the internet's highlighting everything. And like I tell people all the time, the internet highlights fear the most because that's what sells. That's what sells. That's what gets clicks when they scare you. You know what I'm saying? So don't let the fear control you, man. Do what you gotta do, and like I say, invest in your mental to change your trajectory, to change like your perception and all that stuff, to change your reality.
When Africa war, everybody turns a blind eye. When Europe war, it get all of the spotlight. They was keeping black people at the borders of Ukraine, trying to escape a war that wasn't ours to be stand.
Crazy.
Free all my Africans, that's worldwide. Even the Dominicanos gelling down their naps when they be trying to hide. True, here was the devil. Trump wasn't any better. They demonized Castro, but he was cool with Mandela.
That right there is crazy. They demonized Castro, but he was cool with Mandela. So she's saying, like, think about it, man. They demonized Fidel Castro, and he was cool with Mandela. Think about what she's saying. That's what she's saying.
Wasn't any better. They demonized Castro, but he was cool with Mandela. I was talking to this nigga, say he like me cause I'm yellow. Had to tell that coon to get it together, gotta do better.
He said, like me because I was yellow. He was like, tell that coon he gotta do better. Like, that right there is wild.
Tell that coon to get it together, gotta do better.
Yeah, tell that coon to get it together, you gotta do better. So he called her yellow and everything. I guess he called her yellow instead of black.
Because I'm yellow, had to tell that coon to get it together, gotta do better. Two sides of the cheddar, eating it or getting it, but getting it better. Can't fuck with a rat, that's a setup.
Getting it, oh my goodness, can't fuck with a rat. That's a setup. So we're talking about cheese and we're talking about rats, about getting the money and all that.
Getting it, but getting it better.
Hold on.
Better, two sides of the cheddar, eating it or getting it, but getting.
Yeah, eating it or getting it, but getting it better,
It better, can't fuck with a rat, that's a setup.
Can't fuck with a rat, that's a setup, because the rats eat the cheese. So she's saying eating it or getting it. Eating the money or getting the money. And the cheese, the rat eats the cheese. You know what I'm saying? So that's what she's saying. Like, that's the rat. You don't want to do what the rat does, or you become a rat. Like,
it or getting it, but getting it better. Can't fuck with a rat, that's a setup. Only wanna check up cause a checkup used to be riding together, but fucking now I drive myself like Tesla. I put on the mirror shit just so my ignorant niggas listen.
Put on the mirror shit just so my ignorant niggas listen. That bar right there. That was, like I said, that bar right there. She brings you all the way in, then she goes to the sweatshirt. Maybe it's just me, because that's what I was wondering, because I'm like, yo, what she's saying doesn't fit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you're rocking a mirror and you're saying all this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it don't really fit, but I like how when she threw that out there, I was like, oh shit.
I drive myself like Tesla. I put on the mirror shit just so my ignorant niggas listen.
And it's crazy because when that part happened, that's when I wonder if she timed that, because the beat went out when she said that, and then she really got into her bag. She was already in her bag, but then she really took off.
As a checkup used to be riding together, but fucking now I drive myself like Tesla. I put on the mirror shit just so my ignorant niggas listen. Otherwise, I'm just another rapper preaching, they dismissing. Caught up in the image.
In other words, I'm just another rapper preaching, they dismissing. Like, it's stuff like that, man. Like, if she was like wearing something else, this probably wouldn't have went as viral as it did, which is so crazy, because you would think like it's like solely about like skills and the message, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, Yeah, man. They look at it like, oh, she got a berry, man. Let me listen. It's crazy.
Other rapper preaching they dismissing, caught up in the image of what having is and having isn't. Most of it all based on critics, think they have a better vision. Used to skip class and get no fucks about your Mark Twain. Cisgender white man that don't
Hmm.
respect my mind frame. Ain't no Shakespeare on my nightstand, just Franz for nine. We think
Ain't no Shakespeare on my nightstand, just rhymes for now. Oh my goodness.
mind frame. Ain't no Shakespeare on my nightstand, just Franz for nine. We think it's not just gangsters, that's just what they focus cameras on. Audrey
Mm.
Lorde and Ida B. Wells. I want my Santa Claus black and baby kids as the elves, thinking as I'm
I want my Santa Claus black and the baby's kids as the elves. Oh my goodness, man. Salute the baby's kids. Y'all remember Wayne Head too? Wayne Head? Yeah, that's my shit.
Wells. I want my Santa Claus black and baby kids as the elves, thinking as I'm ducking from 12. Rocking
Mm.
some shit I can't afford, but you won't find on the shelf. Don't know who I'm trying to impress, I've been at war with myself. Just being honest these days.
Don't know who I'm trying to impress. I've been at war with myself.
I'm trying to impress, I've been at war with myself. Just being honest these days, and it be hard to admit. But I can't ask y'all to feel me and then not speak on real shit. Since
Oh my goodness, man. It'd be hard to, man. I can't ask y'all to feel me and not speak on real shit. Like that right there is crazy, man. When you're focusing on yourself, you don't care about what nobody else is doing. You're focused on the new you and the old you. You're focusing on present you, future you, and learning from the mistakes of the past you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you be at war with yourself. Your biggest enemy is your inner you. You know what I'm saying? So my biggest enemy is my enemy. I think I heard Lupe say that for the first time when I was a kid. I heard Lupe say that, and I was like, "Oh shit! Like that's a crazy bar right there." I think I was like a teenager or something like that. But it's real though, man. I didn't understand it. But that's how it is. Like for real, when you focus on yourself, you just gotta keep pushing. There's gonna be temptation around you. There's gonna be bullshit around you. Oh my goodness, a shitload of distractions. We're more distracted now than we ever been. So there's a lot of distractions going on around you. It's like you gotta stay focused. That's why I tell y'all like just focus on your mental, man. You focus on your mental, everything else changes. Like when you're trying to focus on this and that and this and that, and your mind isn't right, it makes it seem impossible. You can't see it ending. But when you focus on your mind, your emotional intelligence, and you just really just analyze things, don't react, sit there and just watch things. And then you'll start to see patterns, you'll start to see ways that you can maneuver or finagle something. So that's real, right, man. Right there, man. Definitely focus on yourself. I'm over getting all fluttered and stuff. I got so much words in my brain, can't even spit them out.
be hard to admit, but I can't ask y'all to feel me and then not speak on real shit. Since back when mama used to say had a grown folks biz, when I was
Hmm.
already plotting to win. Remember sitting on the back of my cousin's bike in my grandmama hood,
I love this part right here, man. It just takes you back, man. I can relate to it. I'm pretty sure all of us can relate to what she's about to say right now.
plotting to win. Remember sitting on the back of my cousin's bike in my grandmama hood, watching my uncle watch us from the porch as he smoke a wood. When the street lights come in, he say it's for our own good. About 10 years later, we all misunderstood shit. Now
Hmm.
when we go out, we bring the sticks just like the Rangers. Grandma say be careful, she don't know we bring the danger.
Dang, man. She's saying, Mama said, be careful. She don't know we bring the danger. You know what I'm saying? We leave them without sticks. And we're talking about when we were younger. We gotta be home. Y'all remember that, man. You gotta be home, man. When the street lights come on, it ain't matter where you was, man. First off, you was way out of where you were supposed to be, man. You know you had the bucket going home. So it's like you be thinking like, dang, man, mom said I can't go. Like, that's a little too far. I have to ask her if I can go out that way. And we over there walking and everything, you know what I'm saying? And then every now and again, maybe ride some bikes. But for the most part, we was walking everywhere. We started riding bikes when we got older, obviously. And then towards ended up driving. But yeah, man, we'll be out neighborhoods that we don't belong in. And then we're like, damn, what time is it? Look at your watch and shit. And you're like, dang, man, it's like street lights will come on in about 30 minutes. We can't go deeper. We gotta start heading back home because we gotta be home when the street lights come on. You got like that 5-10 minute grace period when the street lights come on. Of course, your parents want you walking in right when the street lights come on because you're supposed to be around the corner playing, you know what I'm saying, or down the block playing. But I know my mom, she'll give us about maybe like 10 minutes, 10 minutes before she get out there and start looking for us. And luckily, I think she only had to look for us one time, and I can't remember why. And I think it's because we was at one of our friends' house, and then we messed up because we didn't tell her we was there. Something happened.
Now when we go out, we bring the sticks just like the Rangers. Grandma say be careful, she don't know we bring the danger.
We bring the sticks like the Rangers. Grandma said, be careful because she didn't know we bring the danger. So we're the ones coming out with the danger. You know what I'm saying? You're telling us to stay safe, but we're actually bringing out the stuff. You need to tell them to stay safe.
Just like the Rangers. Grandma say be careful, she don't know we bring the danger. Trips down south came back with bangers that we got from white strangers, but the black
Mm.
faces gonna make the news famous. Hangers for entertainment.
So once again, it's right there. You went down the street to go get like guns from like white people, but of course, like the black people are gonna be painted as the evil people for getting the guns off of them, and the people that sold it to them getting no repercussions. Don't get me wrong, man. Like when it comes to that, it's like it's all systematic and everything, but it's just you know you don't be, and it's kind of like that like universally. Nobody really cares about the source of where things came from. Just when they see something happen, they're like, oh. this and that. That's what it is. But it's like, let's, it's layers to the onion. Let's go back to let's see how these kids got this so we can stop other people from getting it. Let's see the reason why they had to go get it. Let's see the reason why this person has it. Let's see where this person got it from to sell it to them. Let's see where they got it from and let's see where they came from, what their background is. Cause I know when I was growing up, like we had situations like this, and it's like the people that we would get it from had ties to other people, you know what I'm saying? Like you had ties to like people that were like in the military and other things, like lieutenants, captains, whatever, like high ranking officers, people that got discharged, they had those type of military grade guns and they would sell it to people, you know what I'm saying? So once again, what she's talking about, the face of the people buying it are the ones that are painted as the bad people, which is cool, especially if they committed a crime with it. But then you're not researching where they got it from. You just care about them having it. And then someone else is going to get the other gun and it just continues on.
Say be careful, she don't know we bring the danger. Trips down south came back with bangers that we got from white strangers, but the black faces gonna make the news famous. Hangers for entertainment, no payment. Public defender stumbling at arraignment. Capitalism came with chains and aiming higher than I'm claiming. Can't let on to my next move, I gotta keep it going. The beat done stopped, but I had to keep it flowing.
Yeah.
Mama been told me since a year that I was chosen. Ancestors speaking through me and I'm just quoting.
Ancestors speaking through me and I'm just quoting, man.
Mama been told me since a year that I was chosen. Ancestors speaking through me and I'm just quoting. One with the ocean. Words too potent.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
Flamed it, man. Big salute to Raina Simone. Big salute to Jaqueline for bringing it to the channel. Wow, this reaction is 30 minutes. My bad, y'all. I was in my bag. My fault, man. This stuff right here, man, I just love it, man. I just love hip hop so much. It's so important to me, man. It's like, it's what I gravitate to. I really feel like this type of stuff like really saved my life, man. Just when it comes to the music and everything, you already know if you guys familiar with the channel, you know what I'm saying? Like Nas is my favorite rapper. So I grew up listening to like a lot of Nas, man, and just with the rewind story, songs like Fetus, on Rewind he's telling the story backwards, and Fetus he's telling the story from like from the view of a child in his mom's stomach. You know what I'm saying? It just goes, they're just layers, man. The writing capabilities, the reflection of what they represent, and just everything about it, man. Everything about hip hop, like the good, the bad, the ugly, it's all needed. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, now, man, now it's kind of getting out of control, man. Like I ain't like y'all already know with this channel. I'm not a big fan of drill rap at all. Like you know what I'm saying? I've never been a fan of drill rap. So it's like, of course, you got different branches to the tree and everything, but for the most part, when you understand what hip hop really is and where it comes from, then it's like you'll get a greater understanding of what I'm saying. So I know my hip hop heads that grew up around this know where I'm coming from, because that's how it is. Like I'm an '80s baby. I grew up. Hip hop was born in what, August 1973. I was born in '88. So it's like I grew into this. I don't know what life is outside of hip hop. That's just what it is. And then the way I was raised, I didn't know. I just assumed everybody around my age group was just bred into it just because of like where I was raised at. Like I grew up around a lot of black people. Of course we had white people, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, we had all that too. But it's like we all just knew hip hop. Then when I got older, I didn't realize that hip hop, like a lot of people didn't listen. Like people would tell me, they'll be like, "Hey man, yeah, I got into hip hop when I was 17. I got into hip hop when I was 15. Yo, I think I got into hip hop when I was like 21." And I'm like, "Yo, what?" Like it blew my mind, because where I'm from and everything. But it's just like I said, it goes back to what I say: the more you learn, the more you know. You know what I'm saying? You can start looking at life differently. So, and that's how it is. I'm like, okay, everybody's not familiar with hip hop. I get it. You know what I'm saying? So when I be doing like these lyrical breakdowns and stuff, and people are like surprised by a lot of things. Cause in the beginning, when I first started like doing like reactions, people would get mad. Well, you didn't break down this bar. And I'm like, because I've been listening to hip hop my whole life, it's kind of simple. It's simplistic. I didn't feel the need to break it down. But then I had to realize, everybody isn't catching that because, they didn't grow up listening to it. So I had to be aware of that. So I was like, you know what? Let me take these walks with me so I can show people stuff. So like the real hip hop heads, they'll come to the comments and they'll be like, "Yo, Lo, you missed this bar and that bar. I appreciate it. Salute." You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch everything on the first and second listen, but I appreciate people in the comments for breaking down the bars. So if you guys are here, if there's bars that I missed or ways that you guys decipher the bars outside of mine, or maybe a triple or a quadruple or a double entendre I missed, please let me know in the comments so we can continue the discussion. Big salute to Raina Simone. Big salute to an icon in this hip hop community. Sway, man. Sway. I remember growing up back in the day, we never knew what was under Sway's hat. Then he cut his hair and was like, "Oh, there was something under there." Salute to Sway, man. Protect your peace with your peace. Stay away from negativity and naysayers. Keep doing what you love. Keep having fun, and everything will come. I love you guys. You guys are the greatest. I'll let you on the next one. All right. Y'all be easy out there. Peace.